Hey guys! First of all, I want to say my thoughts and prayers are with the families of the people whose lives were lost at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Connecticut today. It's no words. There are no words. May they find peace and comfort at some point. I've lost loved ones. My older sister specifically, to an act of violence, and there's nothing like losing someone in that way. So, there's no words. So, I hope counseling is available for them, everyone who needs it. And pay attention to your friends and family that you think might have something going on up here. And 9 times out of 10, there's really nothing you can do, sadly. You can tell them you want to help them, and if somebody is capable of something of this caliber, though, usually there's no helping them. Sad to say, but once they're to this, if they're capable, you can help them till they're blue in the face. But if they're capable, it'll eventually happen. That's how I feel. I feel like some people are truly evil, and so there's my cheesy Christmas ringtone. Okay. I want to stop obsessing about food and diet and just relax. I don't know how to do that. I want to stop feeling like a prisoner in my own body. Like, I completely feel for anyone who's like so obese they can't move, because I feel like a prisoner in my body, so I really can't imagine literally being a prisoner in your body. Again, did my hair and makeup so I could feel a little less bad about myself, and I can pile it on and I'm still fat. And I know my weight doesn't stop people that love me from loving me, and I know that it doesn't keep me from being a good person, but it keeps me from feeling good about myself, because body image is directly related to self-image. I've never, and except for when I had lost all the weight, my self-image and body image have always been bad since I was a little girl. I think if people had left me alone when I was about 9, 10, it was more like 11, I guess, maybe, I don't know. I just remember the house I lived in at the time. I remember things by where I lived, not necessarily by ages. I was going through, a chunky phase that a lot of kids go through, right before you take that one last major growth spurt. And somebody said something about it. Someone very close to me that I wouldn't have traded for the world. Still never would. So sometimes people affect you in ways they have no idea. It was actually my grandmother, and I know she would have never hurt me. So it was completely unintentional, and that was also around the time my mother decided to stick me on the scale in front of one of my best friends, and it says about 10 or 11, so I was just shy of 5 foot tall, and I was 115 pounds, and for that height, it was a little chunky. Not really though, just a little bit. And apparently people were concerned. If they'd left me alone, I'd have been okay, pretty much. I would have just gotten taller. And those kinds of things stick with you. And I know I'll never be 10 years old again, and nobody will ever be able to do that to me again. So, basically just telling you where mine stems from, like where it started. Because until that point, I was a normal, healthy little girl, and even then I was always outside playing, always running around with my friends. Like, I was like almost never in my house. So it truly had to have been just a chubby phase that someone gave me, that I was given a complex about. So parents out there, if your kid's going through a chubby phase right around puberty, let it ride. Keep them active. Do not point it out to them. It's a very sensitive time, especially teenage girls. It caused a lot of issues for me, and just along with everybody else chiming in at the time, because kids are cruel too. It just piles up, and yeah. Maybe I know I have to learn to love myself in spite of my weight. I know I have to learn to love myself regardless. But it's really hard to love someone you don't know. Like, I don't recognize myself. Like I said in one of the last videos, it feels like I'm looking at someone else's body. Like, my body is, like, when I don't feel like a fat kid. Like, I don't feel like, if I'm not looking in the mirror or looking at a picture of myself, I don't feel like I'm fat. Like, I feel like a normal person. I don't think about it when I'm not looking at myself. But if I see someone's looking at me, I think, what are they seeing? Because I've looked in the mirror and I see stuff I don't like. But I don't normally feel like a fat person. And it's almost like I feel ashamed of the fact that I don't see it when I'm not looking at it. Like, if I forget for a moment about it, I feel bad because I need to be trying to fix it. When that's really not the case. I need to just be happy and healthy, and I know it'll work itself out, but I have to get active, and I have to eat right, and I do wish I had someone to do it with, because doing it alone, at least the initial startup, is really hard. If I had someone to do it with, it wouldn't be so bad. At least, like I said, at least starting out, getting yourself in that routine. Oh, what is this? Okay, I have... Why is it when I'm doing one of these, Facebook blows up on my phone? Anyway, this isn't going to be the longest video. I'm sure there'll be more to come. Just, if you have anything to say, anything to add, any insight, feel free to comment, inbox me, whatever. You can find me on Facebook if you spell out September 21st, 1984 as the end of the name of the URL. You have to spell out the numbers. September 21st, 1984. You have to spell those out to find me on Facebook. Later.